A Stickman astronaut on the ISS is holding a raw steak. Looks at it. Looks at Earth below. Let's go. The steak doesn't fall. It just floats next to the station. In orbit, everything is in free fall. The Stickman slows the steak down with a thruster. Orbit changes. The steak starts falling. The experiment begins. Upper atmosphere. Almost vacuum. Temperature around the steak starting to rise. Slowly at first. Speed reaches 8 kilometers per second. Air compresses in front. Shockwave forming. Temperature spiking. This is where it gets interesting. Temperature around the steak 1,600 degrees Celsius. For comparison, a well-done steak needs 75 degrees. Slight difference. Outer surface immediately chars, burns black, but inside, still raw. Re-entry heat only penetrates the surface. Core protected. Cross-section of the steak. Outside, charred black. Next layer, well done, then medium. Center, raw. A perfect gradient. Accidental perfection. A Stickman chef looks at the cross-section diagram. Eyes light up. This is actually a perfect gradient cook, only achievable in the finest restaurants and in space. But wait, the steak is surrounded by plasma, ionized gas touching the meat. What does plasma do to protein? Plasma breaks down proteins on the surface. The Maillard reaction happens at extreme speed. Crust forms instantly. Very extreme searing. The Maillard reaction is what gives steak its flavor crust. Re-entry does it better than any pan. Theoretically, burning steak produces a smoke trail. Looks like a meteor from the ground, but smells different. People on the ground look up at the streak in the sky. Sniff the air. Something smells like barbecue. Looking for the source. Terminal velocity. Steak falling at 200 kilometers per hour. Still slightly on fire. Outer layer completely charred. Steak lost about 20% of its mass during re-entry. Mostly intact. Meat is denser than a bowling ball shell. Impact. Steak buries itself slightly. Small crater. Smoke rising. Stickman approaches cautiously. Stickman picks up the steak. Charred outside, cuts it open. Steam rising from inside. Inside, a perfect gradient. From black on the outside to pink in the center. Stickman stares at it, considering. Stickman tastes the space steak. Outside tastes like burnt atmosphere and rocket fuel. Inside, actually not bad. Confusing experience overall. What about seasoning? Stickman drops salt from the ISS. Salt granules immediately disperse in vacuum. Never reach the ground together. What if we dropped a whole cow? Much larger surface area. More dramatic plasma trail. Visible from much further away. Astronomers very confused. What survives cow re-entry? Mostly the dense bones. Astronomers find a strange meteorite. Suspiciously bone-shaped. Could a restaurant actually serve this? ISS re-entry steak. Price, several $1,000,000. Spaceflight cost included. Michelin star restaurant. Steak served with tongs. Charred meteor-like object on the plate. Is this actually better than a regular steak? Pan sear, controlled. Space re-entry, extreme but uncontrollable. Stickman astronaut looking at remaining steaks in the ISS freezer. Mission control comes on the radio. Mission control, what are you doing up there? Stickman. Nothing, just science.